Hey everybody, I know this is not your typical episode that you expect out of me, but unfortunately I had a pretty crappy situation occur with the past 3 episodes of footage that I did. If you haven't seen my public post that I made earlier, please go check it out. It will better explain it, as well as why all of my episodes are so spread out when it comes to their upload times. I will post that in the description below. Please go check it out. I want to use this montage to kind of explain everything that we have done up to where we are now, so that way when the next episode actually airs, you guys are caught up and you know where we're headed. Firstly, we allowed Volo to attempt the extraction, and of course it did not go as planned, so I ended up losing my eye, but I did gain the prosthetic, which allows me to see hidden enemies within a certain radius. Afterwards, we checked out the Risen Road, where we discovered how gnolls are made, which was an interesting situation. We then went on to Joaquin's Rest, where we discovered it was on fire, and we ended up rescuing both Benrin and Counselor Floric. And we also agreed to help rescue Duke Ravengard, which Floric explained that he was being sent to Moonrise Towers. Afterwards, we went to go poke around the Underdark a little bit to get my smiting helmet for myself, and that is where we ran into Raphael, who we discovered is a Cambion, or as most people call them, devils. He offered to make us a deal to save us from our illithid intruder in our head, and of course we outright refused him. On a little side note, I did take 1 level into Sorcerer when we leveled up so that I could permanently learn how to summon Shovel, so that way if he does fall in battle, which does tend to happen, we don't lose him, because it's kind of nice to have our little buddy with us. Afterwards, we went back to the Risen Road and took out the remaining gnolls and rescued the Zhentarim smugglers, and we were given the password to enter their hideout. We then went there, and we were able to buy the Titan String bow for Karlach, and we even managed to save the painter Oscar Fevris from his, shall we say, slavery to the Zhentarim. Afterwards, we ended up returning back to the Underdark for further exploration, and Dragon was nice enough to walk me through my first spectator fight that we surprisingly managed to take out pretty quickly and easily. We then learned about the ancient adamantite forge, and Dragon was also nice enough to guide me to be ambushed by the Bullet, and he found it quite funny. Also, a little side note, we discovered that the Bullet laughs at you if you attack it and you miss. We went further in and we discovered the Quotois, which I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, the fish people, and we ended up facing off against them as well as their supposed god Baal and defeated them. Dragon then took me to go check out a sword that is in this area, and he proceeded to stab Shadowheart so that we could claim the Falar Aluve. We then reached the Myconid colony and we met with multiple surprises like the Hobgoblin Blurg and his associate Ophalim, the Mind Flayer. We also went on to assist Dareth Bonecloak find her husband and the noble stock that she was there searching for. I then met the leader of the Myconids, Sovereign Spa, for the first time ever and agreed to wipe out the dwarves that were invading their home, which is also where I met Sovereign Glut, a sovereign from another circle as they call their communities, and I allowed him to join us in taking revenge for his people. Afterwards, he tried to convince me to eliminate Spa, but when I refused, he turned hostile and unfortunately we had to put him down. This officially saved the remaining Myconids and they allowed us to continue exploring more. And finally, to just kind of clean up some side quests we did grab the Susur bark that some blacksmith plans noted that we needed to have to craft a weapon, and Dragon was nice enough to guide me through the Arcane Tower to learn its secrets, and that about covers all of the major things that we did. Again, I am so sorry that I messed up and couldn't get these videos out respectively, but I hope this montage is a sort of a better to do something with it than nothing at all. And I promise this will never happen again. I have fixed the filters and settings and I'm ready to get back at it, so expect the next episode soon. We are getting really close to finally finishing Act 1, and I'm so ready to move on to Act 2, as that is where some of my most favorite story elements take place in Baldur's Gate. I apologize again, and I really hope to see you guys in the next episode. Take care.